Your biggest motivation has to be you and why you're doing it. Not that the coach is outside saying, hey, play, or the coach is here, play, let me try and apply myself. Or let me try and, no, irrespective of your age category when you're here.
Homie, this is too far, homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shawty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like ya. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winner.
My name is Tiago Conde. I'm a technical director of Beyond Limits Academy. Yeah, the background, in fact, that we start working here after January, let's say fully January 2022. But before, there's a structure already on ground since 2016, 15-16, when I start coming to Nigeria. So it makes this year 10 years I'm coming to Nigeria. Now after 2022, I'm living here permanently. Before I came twice in a year, once in a year. And there's a project for developing youth players, and we started from there. Objectives of Academies, first of all, is to prepare human beings for life. Of course, it's an academy of football. We are working with players. We are preparing players, okay? But first is the human being after the player, and beside, there's a part of academics on it, okay, for them to be ready in the future if the football not give you anything, okay, because we know there's not everybody goes to abroad, okay. At least you have a formation, you can do something from the school. The school can give you tools for you to work in the future. Players. We have Abraham Marcos in Portugal. We have Akisomiru Viniza in Italy. We have Shola went to Flamengo, now he's in Ukraine. We have Onyebuchi, Obasi Onyebuchi in Norway. We have Parobo in Norway. We have recently to Sweden, Lawa Sadiq. We had in Portugal, there's so many players went from academy to Portugal, like Moshud, Bazit. There's different situations. There's different clubs where the players went for. Not only a specific country, there's a different countries where they went. I can say Shei in Denmark as well. So, no, integrate football in the education is not difficult because we have school here. Since we have school here, integration is directly, okay? Why? Because you have time for trainings, we have time for school, and now the things not clash. And since it's in the same inside the same environment, okay, it's possible to touch both things. And like I told you before, the most important for us is, okay, preparing players, is an academy of football, okay? Preparing players, but also prepare human beings. And for you to be prepared as a human being, education must be there. I'm not speaking only the education from the base, from the house. No, I'm speaking about the education from the school. In terms of education, we have Farouk, went to US to school, and then we won the university and play football. We have Dico as well, went to US to play football and to study. And I'm sure there's more players from here, they finish school and the things not came out and they follow their life and they will be at least they have something for them in the future to get a job because they have studied before. The long-term plans for the future is being like this. Like I told you, 2 players went to US to study. We are going to see in 5 years, we don't have 2, we have 10 or 15, okay? I told you there's 2 players went to Norway, 1 player went to Italy, 2 players went to Sweden, 1 player went with Denmark, 1 player went to France, Chino, the striker, 1 player went to 4 or 5 players went to Portugal. In the future, in the next 5 years, we are going to assist like In Sweden, we have maybe 10 players. In Denmark, we have another 10 players. In Norway, we have another 15 players. In Spain, we have another 5 or 6 or 7 players. And we are going to assist as well, like we saw in the last AFCON. One player from our formation be on the national team, like Isomiro, so Ebenezer. So we are going to see more than 1 or 2 players, I'm sure. Because the first stones are on the road, and now since the first stones are there, so now is start doing a progress, and with the years we are going to assist more players in different places, of course, and more players also in both situations, play football and education. Like I told you, those went to US. Since we have the program on ground, under 10, under 13, under 14, under 15, under 17. So it means that not all the players will arrive to Remo Stars, not all the players will go abroad, and those come from our base. Even if they don't go outside, they will play in different clubs in Nigeria. So it means that we are going to increase the level and the quality of the level of the football in Nigeria, because if you get better players for your team, even not for Remo Stars, different teams, Sunshine, Kun Khalifa, different clubs, if they get all those players, Rivers, Rangers, Quara, if they get those players, of course, if you have a formation, if you have a base, you will be prepared to put a different football, to get a different quality on the game. Like we not assist now, because if you want to see good players today, we have done a good job in the youth teams 10 years ago. If you started now, if you started 3 years ago, so it means that in 7 years we are going to see the product of what we have been done until now.
They see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shawty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like ya. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winter, all summer. Jewelry around my neck is lightning, but I'm all thunder.
For us, the game, we had a simple plan, and usually when we go into games, our objective is to give the boys, an opportunity to learn. And so going into this game, we had simple objectives. Number one, wanted to have control of the game, and control in terms of when we have the ball and when we don't have the ball. And we did that in the analysis. We looked at our previous games, our friendlies, the intensity of our pressing, how much we could, dominate possession, especially in the opposition half. And so that was the first thing. And then, of course, the coaching department, we've looked at the game, first half, I think we achieved that. But then the next challenge was, what did we do with that possession? How many shots on goal did we have? How many big chances could we create? How could we break the defensive line that was getting deeper? And so we kept looking for answers, inverted the wingers, so that the left-footed guy is inside on the right, and that brought about a few goals. So by and large, we achieved our objectives, which was not to win the match per se, but to achieve learning inside of the match. And we are able to say, okay, look, at the end of this game, did this player make progress? Is this player better than he was last time? Did he contribute? What are the areas where we can improve? And so on and so forth. So that's like the summary of the game for us. The Only Limit was formed on the idea that we wanted to bridge the gap, the adaptation process for players in Europe. Usually when Nigerian players go to Europe, they usually go to the first club and usually can't break into the first team, and they move to smaller clubs. It's like a trend. A very, very small percentage of Nigerian players that are able to make the next big move after 2 years in Europe. But we wanted to bridge that gap. And first, we looked at first infrastructure. What's the first thing that is challenging for them. We play on bumpy pitches, we play on the sand. We try to bring world-class infrastructure to make sure that they don't go abroad and they're like, what's this? Oh, this is a green pitch. Oh, this is a swimming pool. Oh, this is a touchscreen board. Oh, this is speedio camera. You know, these things are no longer new because it's part of the academy process. We worked on their nutrition. We ensure that we're intentional about what they eat. So you don't go abroad again and then you don't eat because you don't like the food. Oh, I don't like burgers. Oh, I don't have chips. Oh, I can't have lasagna. So we also ensure that there is continental dishes, you know, in their meals, and they can adapt to that. And then on the football aspect, right, we continue to challenge them by ensuring that we bring state-of-the-art training methodology to the work. We have state-of-the-art, not just the pitch, but our training facility and our methodology in terms of the process of the training. We model our players to the market. What is the market? The market is the European clubs that want to buy the players. We don't train to win a game or a formation that makes me happy. It's not. I'm not important in this situation. It's about each position. We model the players in that position to a player at the highest level. So we can see our right back. We say, who is the best right back in Europe now? Or, you know, what are his numbers? You know, what is he doing? Can we create a mini scale of that, a player that is trying to achieve that? Who is the best left back? Can we do that? And that's why we keep churning out good fullbacks like, you know, Sadiq that just went to Kalmar, that went viral recently. Dadius, our captain, that is in Horsens. And now we have Celestine and the other one today, Mishola. You can see already that they are scaling. That's our 2009 generation. So we're intentional. For our strikers too, we're intentional. From Parobor now to Mervel, and these players are already being snapped up by the biggest clubs. So we're not gambling, or when I say we're not just doing it and freestyling with it. We have a process. We have an idea whereby if you come into this system as a player, you have to be better, not just as a footballer, but as a person, because we tailored the program to ensure that you become a better human being. You learn a new language, you have international experience, international exposure, you have a university education, you have everything to make sure that you have the tools to compete in the world. So ultimately, that's how we tie everything together in the project. Yeah. Okay. First, everything here is paid for. We are absolutely free. There is no single player here that pays a penny to be here. But we are an elite academy. And so our recruitment is also not random. You don't just say, I want to join. No, nobody buys forms and nobody just walks in. We have, different methods of scouting, because we've discovered that one way of scouting doesn't necessarily work. So we organize tournaments. We allow people use our pitches a lot to play tournaments. Why? Because when they play, we watch, we see. We have scouts here. We have scouts deployed across Nigeria, in the north, in the west, in the east, everywhere, that go to schools, go to school games, identify interesting talents. We also have the Beyond Limits in the Community initiative, where the Remo community, in terms of all the 33 communities around, right? We have people looking for the next big talent. We have kids from Ikpara, Ishara from before. Now we have an Ikene, homegrown Ikene boy that is about to make his move to a big club in Europe, our first homegrown player. And so we don't just have one approach. And also looking at West Africa, we now have West African scouts. And so we also scout at that level and then give the kids scholarship to our school, because we are an accredited school. And so they come here for school and then they play football. So we just have a multi-dimensional approach to scouting, and everything here is absolutely free. From your international trips, to your meals, to your clothes, to your equipment, your gear, everything. 5 meals a day. Just everything you can think of is absolutely free. Absolutely free. Nobody pays anything for us. We're a fully self-funded academy. So usually people that try to balance it in a regular school might be difficult. But we are a football academy first, right? And then there is a school program. So first of all, there are players that go to school. But most importantly, the players understand the importance of education. They are aware of the importance of how education can enhance even their football viability, how much they can be marketable in terms of their understanding of the game, their expression, how they speak, how they would invest this money that they will eventually make, how they will connect to their fans, and just general life tools that we can give them. So if imagine we connect education to the football, the biology, the physics, the chemistry, the commerce, the marketing, we connect it to it. So they have that understanding. We also do some other courses like contract law so that they can understand the legal parts of the game. The medicine is important so they can understand the drugs they cannot take, like medicine they can't take. All these things is important. A player that is ignorant of these things can be in trouble. A lot of times you can hear a lot of players, oh, I took this drug, I didn't know that, I shouldn't take it. It's because they are ignorant. So we let them see the importance of education, and this has helped them to become accepting of it, and more there's a bit more desire to want to be a better student and also a better footballer.
I'm Rajim Zamil, the media lead for Beyond Limit Football Academy. And I think that this is one of the best jobs anybody can pray for in terms of emotional satisfaction. How the kind of gratification and feeling you get from doing this kind of work is not something you see everywhere. I don't see it as a job, I just see it as a responsibility to the family. Because that's the kind of environment we have. Everybody feels like family. From the responsibility we have with the students, the athletes in the academy, to how we relate to the management. It's not the typical 9-to-5 kind of job. It's just, okay, I'm responsible to this family and I have to do my responsibilities just as I would do for my immediate family. And as regards what I do beyond just the camera, I think the camera is the least of what I do. I think the camera is just something I do because I love doing, not necessarily because that's my job. But when you are in an establishment like this, it's very important that you understand the values of the academy, the kind of image they want to push out to the public, and I think this my responsibility. That's the responsibility that I'm saddled with, and I'm very, very happy to do the job. So first thing is to inspire people, to let people know great things come from small places like Ikene. Ikene is not the most popular or the biggest of communities in terms of how we are, not even in the Southwest. Or a lot of people, when they hear about Ikene, the only thing they think about is that's where Awolowo is from, and nothing more. But that is not the story as of today. When you think of Ikene, that is where Beyond Limit Football Academy is. And we've been able to project the community that in this our small community, we've been able to create stars, we've been able to create Super Eagles players. We had Ebenezer Akinzomiro representing the Super Eagles at the last AFCON. He developed himself. He crafted his skills here in Beyond Limits. And that is to inspire also young people that you can do it. We've had a lot of graduates playing in big teams in Europe. We have Shola, a lot, I can't start mentioning. And the kind of image we protect is everybody knew them from when they were here. I'm very sure you know when Parobo, Promise Meliga, they were here in under 15s. And so if they can do it, these are young boys earning a living for themselves, for their family in Europe now. If they can do it, you also can do it. And they didn't do it because they are somebody, their father knew somebody, their mother is connected with somebody, because they worked. And the reward for their perseverance over the years is what they are earning now. And also, you have to give value, you have to show the value of, okay, Beyond Limits is not just about raising players. It's about raising proper men, raising the kind of men that everybody wants to associate with in the society, that understands the value of hard work you do before you earn, not engage in social vices, be engaged in work might lead you into trouble. If you work, you will see the results. And work every day will get you to where you want to be.
My name is Adewejo Emmanuel Ayonola, a player of Beyond Limits Football Academy. Training is the key, and as you can see, Beyond Limits, we are one of the best academy in the world. And then the kind of training that we get here in Beyond Limits is not anyhow. It's meant to shape us for any challenges we face in the world. So it's been a good and a very intensive training that we do here. Of course, many of our players go abroad for trial and stuff. So if the training we are getting here in Beyond Limits is not at their standard, we won't be able to compete and show ourselves. So the training here is what makes us. Of course, we are to strive for excellence. So in every aspect, we need to give our best. Even though we are going to school and we are playing football, we need to balance the both.
My name is Aladimi Jolatari. I'm a player at Beyond Limits Football Academy. I would say training every training has been created to drive success and to make sure that anywhere we go, we can adapt. Because our training are not just your regular training. Every training is drafted and created to make sure that anywhere you go, you can. There's no limits to what you can do anywhere you go. Nothing is new to you. Everything looks the same. We get ideas from all around the world and we bring it here and we work it out. Yeah, there's time for everything. And here we have a schedule for everything. There's time for education, there's time for school. So we don't allow it to clash. We keep to time in everything we do. Our trainings have a specific time that they end and class have a specific time that it starts. And in between, we have a bit of time to take our bath, to wash, to eat. So it doesn't clash, and our schedule is very, very good in terms of doing that. I'm sure it's not a news that we don't use mobile phones here, just to make sure that our brains can retain enough information both on the pitch and in school. So I think that is an integral part of how we balance both, and we have a lot of rest time. We have libraries that can help us. Even if you are not training and school time is over, you can still go back to our libraries, take some books, read, try to stay logged in, and I think that's how we balance it.
Having facility to the development of talent is enormous. Is something you cannot quantify, because without facilities there cannot be any formidable development, so to say. For you to have gone around, you will see the quality of facility. My job is to maintain these facilities, to make sure they are up to the task. And the most recent one that we just did is the main bowl. We just did the latest hybrid on the pitch there. And because we want the players to be playing on the turf that is more like the European counterpart. And I haven't said that apart from that, we have other facilities that takes care of their day-to-day daily activity in terms of getting them in terms of strength, in terms of physical awareness, physical fitness, like the gym. We have the aerobic section too. We have a lot of personnel that they are going to work with to make sure that these players are up to the task and to compete with everybody around the world, because most of these players, especially the beyond limit players, were being prepared for European market. So you have to make sure that they are at least at that level, so that when they go there, they will not be they will not be isolated in terms of equipment they are using, because they've been using the equipment right here in Nigeria, right here in the Remo Star Stadium. So that is number one. Facility is number one to prepare players. One thing you have to notice here is that many of the stadiums you mentioned are sports stadiums. Here is football stadium. You don't see tracks here. Strictly football. So we pick what we want to do and we focus on it. We don't mix athletics with football. So we know we want to do football. So most people that comes there, the national team comes there. We've hosted the under-17 female national team, under-20 female national team, the Shan Eagles. They were here before they went to the tournament in Ghana. Our under-20 national team, male team, this time around, they were here. Most of this national team came here to prepare their teams because of the facilities that we have. Then in terms of maintaining these facilities, the founder give us an ultimatum. You don't joke with the facility. You just have to be top-notch at all time, because of what he has experienced. But for us, he has an idea because he has a club in Europe. So we try as much as possible to make sure that we are at that level in terms of maintenance. And as you can see for yourself, you see this field, the pitches, the aerobic section, all the facilities you can think of, where I've taken you to, where you've seen. You see that, and the personnel too, we don't compromise, because it's another thing to have the equipment, it's another thing to have the professional to operate it. And that is what we do.